Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, May 12th. We have some optional memorials of martyrs. I didn't include them in the description, but St. Nereus and Achilles, and then St. Pancras. Those are our martyrs that we have optional memorials for today. Obviously, yesterday was kind of, I guess it was kind of exciting. A lot of discussion here in the parish, and then also too in my role as the director of the Office for Divine Worship, some questions coming in about the guidelines that diocese published on Friday afternoon about our gradual restoration of public celebration of Mass. So that is exciting news, and I think for the next couple weeks that's probably going to occupy a lot of our time. So please keep the parish, keep our diocese in your prayers as we start moving to this new phase of our dealing with this pandemic. It is exciting to think that, that there will be the opportunity to gather to celebrate Mass again very soon. But until then, we're still following kind of those same procedures and our same schedule. So there are confessions here at St. John's this evening from 5:30 to 6:30. And then there also will be live stream of the Rosary at 7 p.m. And then tomorrow we have confessions here at St. John's from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then we'll live stream Mass at noon tomorrow. But going back kind of a little bit to that topic of that gradual restoration of public Masses, the first time we can celebrate a weekday Mass would be on Monday, May 25th. And then our first weekend celebration of Mass will be Pentecost, so that'll be May 30th and 31st. So we have kind of that week prior, so from May 25th up until the 30th, kind of I think maybe that's going to be a good opportunity to see if how our ideas for maintaining social distance and cleaning and sanitizing everything in the church, how we'll get practical experience on how those things work with that little lead-up time with weekday Masses that week prior to that first weekend. So as I was reflecting and praying on all of this that we're dealing with, two virtues kept coming to mind: humility and patience. We're all going to probably need a little bit of humility. I know as a priest I will, because ultimately all the time the Mass is not my own. I don't get to do whatever I want at Mass, and so I think there is kind of that temptation right now to do all kinds of things, thinking that, well, maybe that'll work in this situation. Well, the Mass is the Mass, and that's always a good thing. Whether I'm over in church, celebrating it, whether it's me and 9 people, whether it's me and 50% of our capacity, whether it's a full church, an overflowing church, it's still the Mass. So that's good. But having the humility to be a servant of the liturgy and not try to be its master, that's going to be I think a temptation for all of us priests. So please pray for us. But also too, I think for all of us, some humility in coming back and realizing that it's not going to be exactly the same. And so we're going to have to think of others too. And that especially is true, if we feel sick, or are with somebody who is sick, high risk, we really do need to think about whether it makes sense for us to come to the celebration, come to any celebration, be with other people. We know that there's a great desire, a great yearning to return to the sacraments, and that's a good thing. But we never want to put the health and well-being of our brothers and sisters at risk because of where we decide that it doesn't matter what happens to them. I want this so much that I'm going to do that, even though I might realize that, wait a second, I've got a temperature, or I don't feel good, or for whatever reason it might be that it's not a good idea for us to be in that congregation for the celebration of Mass at this point. And then I think also patience, because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. We don't know. We can have all the best plans, but once there's actually people in the pews, people coming into church, We try to maintain that social distance. We try to make sure we have all the things available for sanitizing hands and all the procedures in place. Once we actually have to do them, we might find that, some things work better than we thought, and other things didn't work as well as we thought. So everybody's going to have to be a little bit patient with everybody and with everything, I think, as we continue to move forward. So just a reminder that, yes, this afternoon or this evening we have 5:30 to 6:30 confessions at St. John's, 7 p.m. live stream of the Rosary. Tomorrow morning we have confessions at St. John's from 7 to 8 a.m., and then we'll have live stream Mass at noon. So I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed day, and I hope everyone stays healthy as we continue to move through this, and we'll keep praying for each other and looking out for each other. So may God bless you this day.